Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Battlefleet Gothic Armada playthrough, Armada 2 playthrough I should say. As I can't start either of the other two campaigns, which I'm actually more interested in, I'm going to jump into the Imperial campaign because I've apparently got to complete the tutorial before I can start either of these guys. Shout out in the comments which ones you'd like me to jump onto first, and we will start jumping into them. Anyway, for the Emperor, the far-flung Imperium of man knows only war for survival. Assailed by traitors, treacherous Xenos, and uncaring galactic wastes, humanity battles on as the Emperor's light grows ever darker. The Cadian Gate stands besieged by abominations from within the Eye of Terror. It falls to Admiral Spire, hero of the Gothic War, to marshal the Imperium's scattered fleet. Spattered? Definitely not spattered. And hold the line against the horrors of chaos. I'm going to leave this on easy for the moment because I'm just jumping in, and to be fair, I'm how can I phrase this? I'm playing to play the campaign,
the Imperium
not
of man,
to make it really hard.
A million worlds scattered across an uncaring galaxy. A million worlds forever under threat from the machinations of cursed traitors and perfidious Xenos. It is an empire consumed by war, by the very battle for survival itself, for there is no peace amongst the stars. The Space Marines, genetically modified warriors who know no fear, spearhead every counter-assault, taking the battle to the heart of the foe. From the smoke-wreathed horror of Adeptus Mechanicus Forge Worlds sail warships of fearsome potency, their weapons blessed by the machine god, and their crews dedicated to the Omnissire's holy cause. The Scholar Progenium molds callow flesh into leaders, officers of the Imperial Navy, the greatest fleet ever to span the stars. These heroes dedicate their life to the Imperium's defense, confronting the ceaseless threat of chaos wherever it manifests. The war against the dark gods and their worshippers is the eternal battle for the soul of mankind, for the future of the galaxy itself. It is the forge upon which true heroes are struck and legends tempered. Admiral Spire is one such legend, savior of the Gothic sector, vanquisher of Warmaster Abaddon's 12th Black Crusade. For centuries he has been lost, trapped in the shifting tides of the Immaterium, while in pursuit of the hated foe. Such travails would drive an ordinary man to madness, or into the clutches of the very gods he once opposed. But Spire is no ordinary man, and his time is coming once more.
We're out. Praise the Emperor, but I can see the stars again. Receiving distress hymnals. The region's alive with them. According to the timestamps, Admiral, the year. It's 999 M41. We've been lost in the warp for over 800 years. And Cadia, the hymnals report that it's been destroyed, sir. There's a lot of confusion out there, sir. And Admiral, Cadia fell at Abaddon's hand.
Then we are returned not a moment too soon. Navigator, chart a course to the Cadian system. We may be an age too late to join the battle, but revenge is still within our grasp.
Warp engines online. Geller field holding.
This is Admiral Spire to all Imperial vessels. Rally at coordinates 154554. This isn't over.
Interesting. So, to be fair, being stuck in the warp for a large amount of time does happen, and they wouldn't necessarily have experienced as much time if you're wondering why he's still alive.
Such turbulence. Not since the Eye of Terror have I felt anything like it. Wait. This is not the Cadian system. Navigator, report.
The Imperium writhes, Lord Admiral. It has flung us far off course.
I can see that, Domitian. Where are we?
Star sights indicate we've entered real space in the Cadian sector.
Confirmed.
Not too far, but not close enough. Still, we have been fortunate. Have our astropath send out a hymnal. All surviving vessels in the sector to rally at our position. Cadia needs our aid.
Warship signatures inbound, Lord Admiral. Chaos vessels.
Indeed. Then our retribution begins. We hold this position.
Just gonna drop into here to stealth. Oh,
Another so-called warrior come to chance his blade.
I am Lord Admiral Spire. I will be your death.
Not this day, lapdog. My lieutenants come to claim your skull. It shall adorn the War Master's throne.
We shall see. Ready main batteries.
Changing course. Setting course.
okay, so I'm giving a broadside. My torpedoes missed.
Understood.
He does have more range than me, to be fair.
Underway.
But no, as I was saying, it doesn't necessarily, being in the war,
Acknowledged.
time doesn't quite happen the same for you.
Coordinates acknowledged.
So being in the warp for 800 years, they wouldn't necessarily have experienced 800 years.
Course engaged. Coordinates acknowledged. Heading acknowledged.
Okay, are we gonna get a hit? I am terrible with torpedoes in these
Underway.
games.
Understood.
Oh, why aren't we, yeah, up our
Changing
weapon fire
course.
rate. We can't
Engaging
select the
engines.
priority. I was going to try and take his engines out. He's going down fairly quickly anyway. He might get
Setting
through my
course.
shields, which would be annoying.
Understood.
Come on.
Changing course. Underway. Coordinates acknowledged. Engaging engines.
So my flagship
Course
can't be
engaged.
destroyed, and we've got to destroy the Chaos Forces. I assume we're going to get more coming. As I was saying, guys,
Heading
we're just doing
acknowledged.
this for the, I'm going to head up to this one. Ooh!
Admiral, the Sons of Mars stand ready for your orders.
Excellent. Their firepower will be a great asset.
Well met, Fabricator. How many ships do you bring me?
All that could be found, Lord Admiral. I regret that we bring enemies on our heels.
Duty breeds enemies, Fabricator. Join your fire to ours. We'll see them ended.
Understood.
Thruster routines active.
Course engaged. Underway.
Transition begun.
Setting course. Engaging engines.
Calculating vectors. Optimal course set. The spirits obey.
Changing course.
With matchless efficiency. Rouse the engines.
Impossible. Unacceptable, Admiral!
Engaging drive.
Our shields are a bit low.
Coordinates
That said,
acknowledged.
this isn't an issue. We are shredding him.
Engaging engines!
The spirits obey. Thruster routines active. With matchless efficiency.
Let's lock on. Oh, gives us more range as well. Why on earth have I not been using this?
Underway!
More range, more accuracy.
Optimal course set. Calculating vectors. Rouse the engines.
Course engaged.
Transition begun.
Gotta be careful. If it's inside the red line you saw there, guys.
Thruster
Oh, we still
routines
missed.
active.
It's minimum. That's the minimum range.
Understood.
That's the last of them, my lord.
Negative. They were but the tip of the spear. I calculate that the others will soon arrive.
We're
It
getting
matters
that.
not. I led a fleet through the bleakness of the Gothic War. By comparison, this is nothing. A pity that war cost us our greatest heroes. But I wouldn't give to have Captain Abradol at my side.
All decks report ready.
Good. We shall forge new heroes this day. Let us hope they suffice.
Rouse the engines.
Oh, we have more. You can
Seems
pop
they've
into
come
there.
in strength, Lord Admiral.
All ships. The Emperor protects. Engage at will.
Survival probabilities are unfavorable. Recommend we withdraw.
All ships, hold position. Doubt forms the path to damnation.
There is no doubt while strength abides.
Beneficent Emperor? Is that what I think it is?
The Sons of Dawn heed your call, Lord Admiral.
It's good to see vessels of the Adeptus Astartes, Captain. Faith is well enough, but hope and faith bring victory sooner.
The war never ends, Lord Admiral. We shall fight it together. Repositioning.
Setting course.
The spirits obey.
Moving to position.
Heading acknowledged.
Underway. At your command.
Changing course. Underway.
Engines engaged. Hold course.
Calculating vectors. With matchless efficiency.
To where we are needed. At your command.
Engaging drive. Optimal course set.
Setting course.
The spirits obey. Transition begun.
Engines engaged!
Engaging engines.
Repositioning! Moving to position!
Oh, sorry, muted. So I put some Space Marines in there.
Engaging drive! Calculating vectors! Underway!
I mean, we should be using troops, I guess, with these guys, because it reduces their efficiency, and also, obviously, our troops are Space Marines, so...
Hold course!
On that, anyway.
Rouse the engines! Engines engaged! Underway!
Last traitor vessel destroyed, Lord Admiral. No further signatures.
And allied ships?
Nothing more. Others may be inbound.
We can wait no longer. Let stragglers seek our trail amongst the dead. We have a fleet. I must confer with Lord High Admiral Drang as how best to employ it. We will have vengeance for Cadia.
That wasn't too difficult a battle, but it was the very first battle, so it's hardly going to be difficult.
The challenge before us is bleak, but we shall prevail if the Emperor wills it. The despoiler will be driven back, but we need support. We must secure planetary systems within the battle zone. These will provide us the necessary means to strengthen our fleets.
So we've got sectors, where we're Admiral ships currently located in the Cadian sector, which threat level is the will of the earth. Action was threat level. Had it? Oh yeah. So that's the threat level here. Urgency gauge. Where's the urgency gauge? Urgency status. I'm not sure. Ah, here. So it symbolizes the urgency situation you're facing. For situations facing enemy factions, it fills up, drops when you fulfill objectives. Okay, we'll work out. There are several points of interest in each system. Each one is linked to attributes that have different effects. Evolution. After several turns under your control, points of interest may be evolved by spending resources so we can buff things up. Attributes. Effects that provided by points of interest may vary depending on the evolution level of the system, so we can use them to build them up and do things with them.
Demios Binary has much to offer our future operations, but it is occupied by Chaos forces. We shall sweep them aside and restore the Emperor's rule to this stolen world.
So, system annexation. Defeat the forces stationed in the system to take control of it. Neutral systems are seen soon to enter. Fleet power represents the might of a fleet. Value, health, and other parameters of ships. Fleet movements. Fleets are the pool of movement point replenished at the start of each turn. And I assume I can move 3 ships there. I can tweak and upgrade my ships, but that's not what we're doing at the moment. I didn't mean to go in here, so what am I trying to do? They want me to go to here.
There will be many risks in the days to come. I need not take one here. Deploying a second fleet to Demios Binary will ease our victory. We outnumber the foe. Victory is all but certain. But caution must serve as well as haste.
Oop, sorry, it was muted again. So we're launching with 2. Can I save actually? No, I can't save yet, so we're gonna have to do this one. Sorry, I was muted for a bit. Leadership represents your max Q data fleet that can be deployed. Reinforcements, ships that couldn't be deployed due to leadership replace lost ships. Deployment order and faction leader protect your faction leader. Okay, I think we got this.
"10,000 years have passed since the galaxy burned in the fires of the Horus heresy. 10 millennia since the greatest of the Emperor's Primarchs fell into the grasp of eternal damnation and tore the galaxy asunder. Horus Lupercal may be dead, his body ashes, and his memory the stuff of a cursed legend, but the wounds he wrought yet gape in the hide of an embattled Imperium. For the battle against chaos knows no end. Many of Horus' servants survived the civil wars, and they have not forgotten their defeat. When the War Master fell, they retreated to the Eye of Terror and waged battle anew. Greatest of these was Abaddon the Despoiler, Horus' greatest living heir. Abaddon took the title of War Master for his own, and embarked upon a long and bloody campaign to succeed where his fallen master had failed. 12 Black Crusades he launched against the Imperium of Man. 12 world-shattering campaigns to forever alter the balance of power. Now, as the millennium draws to a close, a vast armada of traitors slips its moorings as Abaddon launches his 13th and perhaps final strike. As the tide of chaos breaks against the Cadian Gate, the Imperium holds its breath. Faith alone cannot hold back these bleak waters. Only valor will serve.
So the Cadian Gate, from my understanding of where it works, basically you travel through the warp, and there's certain areas of space you can't travel through easily because there's nasty warp storms which are dangerous to go through, and the Cadian Gate is kind of a gap through to get from one area into the sort of heart of the Empire, which obviously we're trying to defend. In fact, I think Cadia is just through it. I could be wrong, my 40k lore is not the best. Ooh, we have an escort. Of course we do.
There are many ways to win a battle. By fire or cunning, we shall prevail in the Emperor's name.
So we can win. No enemy ships remaining. Strategic by capturing points and getting the strategic points, or destruction. We gain victory points when we destroy enemy ships. So you want to do a mix, really. I mean, if he's only got one ship, realistically, we probably want to just kill him.
Though our duty is to annihilate enemies of the Imperium, it may sometimes be in our interest to obtain victory without engaging enemy vessels. Capturing strategic positions might well force the enemy's withdrawal.
Basically, capturing positions gets us points.
Your orders? We serve.
speeding up until we engage. He's potentially coming through here, so I want to be a bit careful with my little ship. There he is.
Aye, Admiral.
Enemy sighted.
Receiving your order.
Lock on target. Understood.
Machine spirit appeased.
Let's get him.
State your order. Engaging drive. We are ready to serve.
Coordinates acknowledged. Heading acknowledged.
To serve the Omnisire. The spirits obey.
Ship ready.
Ah.
Enhance rotational drift.
Ooh, we've got a plasma bomb and a micro jump.
We wait your command. Course engaged.
Oh, if we can get him
We
with a stasis
serve.
bomb.
Your orders?
Stasis bomb stops him, plasma bomb burns his
Understood.
shields off.
Ship ready. Execute high energy turn.
Ew,
With
whoops.
matchless
That was
efficiency.
derpy. I thought I had my torpedoes
Aye,
ready.
Admiral.
We do now.
Engaging engines.
Transition begun.
Of course, they get affected by the stasis as well, but that was a beautiful shot.
We wait your command.
Rouse the engines.
Acquiring new vector.
Let's go, Ram. Oh, we won't quite get to
State
Ram.
your order.
That said, close
Underway.
range is great for us.
Ship
Because we
ready.
are more solid at close range. That said, I don't want to stay too close.
Impossible, Admiral. Your orders? Changing course.
Machine spirit
It's dead.
appeased.
And as they only had one ship, that is all we needed to do. We have the system. Like I said, we are early in the game at the moment, so... The 7th Gothic Battle Group. Is that something we got? Oh, that is our thing. That's how we did. And our ships are, because I assume we take
The
when we
first
take
victory
damage.
is ours. Others will follow should we remain true to our duty. Battles leave scars. I must be mindful of my vessel's condition. The reclamation of Demius Binary has taken our enemy by surprise. The Claustum system is exposed. We shall push our advantage. If the fleet is to grow, we must have access to production facilities. If Claustum falls to our forces, we shall have them.
Right, so we gain leader experience of that. Too many things at once. So, reaches 4 experience, movement pool is increased. Offensive movement when fleet is involved in battle sees the neutral system, all remaining movement was consumed. We take damage and casualties if they're located within system control. Damaged ones are repaired in home systems. Repair and troop replacement. At the beginning of each turn, ships within located system your control get 10% back, 3% critical damage, and troops are replaced. You can spend resources to fast repair, and resources and constructibles of them are most valuable as they are necessary to construct new ships. I'm assuming they want us to go here. Can we save yet? Nope. And we're just taking control of here. construction points. Shipyards provide construction points necessary to build ships. Construction point supply. When a system is configured for shipyards, do not provide construction points immediately. They need to be replenished after a turn. And construction point regeneration. Shipyards get construction points each turn until they reach their maximum value. Acadia's here, which has got a big fleet. Anyway. So we're ending turn,
Our
which means they get
shipyards
to
are
move
ready
as
to
well.
provide us some reinforcements. Time to see what the Adeptus Mechanicus have to offer our crusade.
And we can add ships to our fleets individually.
Demios Binary Shipyard isn't capable of full production just yet. We'll use Clauston for now, and wait until Demios is capable of crafting larger vessels.
Systems under your control, linked by a safe route from a network. Shipyards are accessible from any system the network belongs to.
Clauston shipyards are small, but can provide us with recon ships. These will be valuable assets for our operations. Big guns are nothing if not deployed with grand purpose.
And he wants us to recruit a Firestorm, I'm assuming. Yeah, so it's a little frigate with forward-facing weaponry.
All is prepared. It is time to welcome a new vessel to the Emperor's service.
So, building ships requires construction points and resources. Escort ships, yeah, limited depending on our line ships, and ship construction. Once the construction has been validated, ships are immediately added to their fleet.
The reconquest of the Cadian sector can now proceed. However, we cannot leave our holdings without defenses. We should at least deploy an orbital minefield.
And we can build defensive devices, so... Now, where are my actual resources? So that's how many we get per turn. Okay.
We have only just begun. War is replete with opportunity. As ground is seized, new objectives will arise. Let us proceed. We are the Emperor's fist. Let his foes tremble at our coming.
Okay, so unlike minefields, defense platforms may be deployed in a system. Space stations can only be built in systems with a strategic position of interest. So we've built a defensive system there as well. So there are my things. Okay. So they are obviously building as well and moving around. They've moved some systems out of Cadia.
The systems we have reclaimed are developing well. Prosperous systems can only be a good thing for our cause. We will protect them.
So we're building up.
Receiving communication from the Vox
Just
relay.
buffs what we get.
It is Lord High Admiral Drang.
So the old man's still alive. I told you he was too tough to kill.
Admiral Spire, I trust you stand ready for orders.
Always.
Good. Strategically and symbolically, the Cadian sector is vital to our efforts. You will reclaim it, Admiral. The Emperor protects.
Understood. The Emperor protects.
So this is our mission, counter-effective, on direct orders of High Lord Admiral Drang. Admiral Spire must regain control over the systems within the Cadian sector that are currently held by the Chaos. Capture the following systems. Cadia, a system in the Cadia sector. Vogratork in the Cadian sector. Firmus in the Cadian sector. And Crantel system in the Cadian sector. Okay. And obviously here, guys, talk about evolution cost, points of interest, ready to be evolved. You must spend resources to do it. We've got our mission panel. Fleets are now... Planet allows our fleets to be visualized. That's this one. I think that's what I meant. I know, fleets. There we go. Cooperative mode. You now may invite a friend to play the campaign in cooperative. Ooh, interesting. Necrons and Tyranid campaigns are unlocked, and I can save, guys. So, before I continue, I am going to leave this here. And I will be jumping back into this campaign, guys, obviously, but I've got other things I'm planning on doing as well. So, well, we'll see how it... We'll see. I will come back to this at some point, but... Well, we'll see how much people are watching it as well, but I'm going to jump into some of the other campaigns as well. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Fanatical. As always, if you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe.